Hello, this is Jer, and this is tip 7 I have for you for plain oxygen not included. And that is to focus always on two things. Always focus on food and oxygen. Food and oxygen. Always be considering, are we generating enough oxygen and are we generating enough food? Because these dupes need to breathe and they need to eat. So initially when you start off, you've got enough calories to survive for a little bit, and there's enough oxygen in the air to get by. So that gives me a little bit of time to set up some things. That gave me time to set up a latrine, a barracks, and a laboratory. And that was the last two tips I had. So now that I have a laboratory, any future research here is going to have a benefit. So speaking of that, anytime you're looking at research or anything that you're going to build, ask yourself, is there anything I could do towards improving food and oxygen first? So the very next thing I want to do is research farming so that I get a planter box. So I very much may need to grow my own food. And this research here at Oxygen Diffuser already exists. So I'm going to build this right away, and this is going to be the priority. And what this does is converts algae into oxygen. If you don't have algae, this green stuff around your base, stop everything and research an electrolyzer and feed that thing water. But in this particular world, we've got algae, so we're okay. So food and oxygen continually got to be on your mind in this game. So you're going to tell the dupes, we've got food. It may even be higher priority to get over here. Oh, you can get one of these guys off this machine. And this is going to get them to focus on building this. Because right now, we've got oxygen, but it's dark blue over here, which means it's getting a little bit low, a little bit uncomfortable down here. So we're starting to run low in oxygen. That's a big problem. 22,000 calories. The dupes on default eat 1,000 calories every cycle. So that is that's enough calories to get by. We need this thing created soon. So let's see how we do. Dupes are going to find some food that was already given to us. And then they're going to use the washroom and sleep. Oxygen situation is going to get a little desperate. So the dupes are continually consuming this oxygen. You notice that it's sort of being pushed in towards them because they're breathing it. And they're breathing out carbon dioxide. That's this red stuff. So all that oxygen is being consumed and converted to carbon dioxide. And carbon dioxide is heavier, so it will eventually start falling down and accumulating at the bottom of the base. So you can see why it is very important we get this machine created. And then the moment this is created, as long as we have some power, and we should see oxygen start to be produced. Someone needs to get on this manual generator so we have some power. I see engineer picking up algae. They're putting it in, and there we are. So oxygen is now being produced. There's going to be different mechanisms for producing oxygen. We don't want to rely on this forever. But for the short term, you want to get this running, either this or the electrolyzer, right away. Otherwise, you're going to be into massive amount of problems. So always be asking yourself, what can I do to improve food and oxygen? Now, short term for food, one option is to have planter boxes and plant mealwood. You can't plant that unless you have seeds. So you may find seeds in all these buried objects. But not only will you find seeds, but you'll also find muckroot, which is calories that can be consumed. So that's going to help you survive over the short term. So we're going to go and start to dig out some of these things. So scientific research has been complete. You can even tell the dupes to shut this light off while they're not using it. So this is very beneficial, just in case we ever need to grow our own food. But right now we've got enough calories, and digging out more muckroot is only going to increase that. but at some point we may very well want to put together planter boxes with meal wood. Well, that is my tip for today. Thank you for watching. Thanks anyone for liking the video, and hopefully I will see you in a future tip. Until then.